Hello everyone, Charles Walhingford back in with another cigar video, and this video is the proper care, or this video is about the proper care of your cigars and debunking the 70-70 rule. Yes, the 70-70 rule is a popular rule for keeping your cigars, the proper way to keep your cigars, and it is not the proper way to keep your cigars. I repeat, it is not. It is a BS rule designed for cigar lounges. Yes, it is for cigar lounges, not you, but they will teach you and sell you different products to keep your cigars at 70% humidity and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, where does this come from? What am I talking about? It's for cigar lounges. It's for cigar lounges because to maintain a cigar lounge, it is a very, very small profit margin. When you have a cigar lounge, you have a shop, and you have a humidor in that cigar shop, that temperature that's in that humidor is what's going to help determine your relative humidity. If you want to lower or raise your humidity, you also can raise or lower your temperature. 70 degrees, being 70 degrees is room temperature or close to room temperature. And so if you have a cigar lounge and people are watching the game and they're enjoying themselves at 70 degrees, that's almost perfect. But the reality of it is that's not perfect for the cigars. So if you own a cigar lounge and you have a temperature for your lounge area, and you have a temperature for a separate temperature for your humidor, you say you have a walk-in humidor, those two things, maintaining those two things is extremely expensive. But it can be done in your home. It can be done in your home. That's why these have gotten so popular. These types of humidors have gotten so popular. And if you're keeping your humidor at 70 degrees and you can control it, you're doing it wrong. It should be lower. And that will also, in effect, lower your relative humidity. And your relative humidity should not be at 70 either. Here, let's go in this direction. Do you understand there's no 70-70 rule in Europe? So they don't have 70 degrees. They don't use it. Doesn't even translate, and nor do they even use it. They don't use it. They don't translate Celsius into Fahrenheit so they can still be at 70. They don't do it because it's not necessary and it's not right. It's not right at all. And then on top of that, a lot of places in Europe can keep their cigars at a cooler temperature. In England, it doesn't get that hot. In Switzerland, it doesn't get that hot. But Arizona or Texas, Florida, it absolutely gets that hot. So it's far more difficult to keep your cigars below 70, more so on 65. Because me personally, I believe it should be the 65-65 rule. To do this, what does it really hurt? Charles, what does it hurt? So if you're keeping cigars long term, if you have humidors, multiple humidors, or a humidor is this large or larger, you're going to keep cigars for a while. Not only are you smoking a lot of cigars, but you're storing cigars. You're aging cigars. What will happen if you keep a cigar at 70 for over 2 years or whatever? They're going to get mold. Mold will definitely happen. And also with my ideal is 65-65. If it goes all up to 68, you're still in the clear. Either way, temperature or relative humidity, you're still in the clear. Another thing, especially with Cubans, you have to watch out for are the tobacco beetles, the cigar beetles, or whatever they call them. They're in there. They're absolutely in there. And if the moisture gets too high, and it's too warm, that's when the larvae come out, and the beetles can, if need be, reproduce. Like if you're keeping them in there long enough, they can have a good time in your humidor. It's the perfect scenario for them to create a nice family. But also, there will be flavor loss. The flavor can get diluted. Even if you have the cellophane on there, the flavor will get diluted. A lot of times guys have these wild explanations of what all the flavors are taken in their cigar, and you're like, I don't taste any of this. It's many elements of why they're saying that and why you don't taste it, but one of those elements could be that your cigars are too humidified. Also, what comes with a cigar being too humidified will be burn issues. Burn issues take place definitely, especially if you get that duck bill. It starts to split and open up in the ash. That's a definite sign of over humidification. I highly recommend you don't keep the 70-70 rule. I highly recommend that you keep your cigars in a place where they're below 70 degrees and definitely below 70% relative humidity, 65 degrees, and I'm not sure what that is for Celsius, but keep that at around 65 degrees, whatever that translates to. I'll probably put it up here on the video. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's the 70-70 rule debunked. That's why we do the 70-70 rule. It's not for anything to help you. It's to help a cigar lounge. I'm Charles Walhingford, and I'm not talking about spending money right now. I'm talking about saving you money. I guess that's it.